in Masonry beyond geometry and generation. Much of this will make a lot more sense, if it already doesn't, when you get further along. You will begin to see the matrix fall everywhere right in front of your face. 146 PAGE. Reason 111. The use of sacred geometry has profound effects when it comes to binding and controlling regions. There is a perfect relation in color, shape, sound, and number. If we were taught only these things and not the garbage of the curriculum, we would all be extremely intelligent and gifted in a high degree. The elite have taken this knowledge and used it against us. Unless we begin to have a firm grasp on how all this works at some point in the near future, the positive will eventually have to face, or risk being wiped out, by the negative. In true reason, one does not assume good will always triumph. They morph into the role of good and ensure they have put in motion some type of true energy to bring that idea about. We should always ask ourselves, did we do our best? The answer to that should be based on a point in life when you really know you had done your best. That's called a point of reference. It is of great value, especially in meditations. A hierarchy system exists amongst these beings, just like the one set up in our military, except much more animated. Demigods like Beelzebub, Baphomet, and Quetzalcoatl have their own, 147 PAGE. Followers, although they'll answer to something even low than THUKLLG. The J is to get job there, the P up any way they can, and the divvy play why a eating of pow goes on in the Tao where NRKNESS where you can see. As we not they often tell why this O is more of an illus why you old eason until you wake you to what's really going on. Who upping man of these beanie beings are responsible for creating this so-called RENG old illusion or Maya / Maya. The play on word here is ODS obvious. For example, Illuminati, illusion, illegal, pill and kill. In time IW show will you how they all relate and who is the cult behind such illiterature. It would suffice to interpret RY. DCN that it is very ill, as you can see by the words it has to express itself. TH World's L now owns his SE largest pharmaceutical company is Lilly. L. Reason 112. The Illumi Reunity is actually an Italian word o the organization founded by Marchesa N. and Isabella Aldo Obrandini P. Pallavicino. There is Stitial Th Ordinati, Intrepidi, Amaristi, the Academii, Misa Vesquilina, Infecandi, Faculty, DFI, Debili, Immobili, Richelieu, Linxes, Arcadia, and Liturgica to only name a few. Some of TW. These group ES make the Illuminati like the YMCA. Las estitim Wichea make they H the san of Memhaden DS Bears. The TH underwo has rem world mained cloaked, and many TH things UW never see and never know, will especially if why don't you enhance you spiritual RL position. WH these geohen roops eliminate the NNHANCE themselves with the strong of arch th and just consu as barfage homit temmo feb moawimit. Some will ask, why all th to take th soul? IW say che does not begin with checkmate, it is a me his the will sthte, prox edger, con nside others. Every pawn has the opportunity, no matter how slim it may be, to make it to the other side o the board where it see become any piece I wants. All around you are pawn who have deacon it all uwns don't know they are pawn, thus they make ill moves imagining they are knthnsy eagle g knights or have even k's. Your C current war is run AA 64-bit HY orders hypercube D designed by hybrid Queen Hydra that is rested in Hyperida Borea. Thigh is the Mahis Atrix. And why say you can handle the truth? UE? The Wamaya actor D to only mean to divide or split in T first, TH occurs I modern meaning NT2 henits of illusion heek happens after the foe CH orma takes place. In T ancient books it's STS that aids the division was at us side included u right bra oth soul call the bar, arain, her led abba cutting you off from our other S which I and our contact with the other world where our closest past CTOD Aralal also K known as U doppelganger or Tao exists. T world that I speak of is actua the wo that prek ble this tklirld seeds the so in time because one time does not exist there. Many people believe T reptilia Anunnaki upgraded us, in all a plevian key de actuality it was a Darwin gradi activada. Ating our pineal gland and genet d tickly inserity ing and activating a reptilian, 148 PAGE. Portion in our brains there's attached to ceremony. There has been a large amount of research on the reptilian portion of the brain. It makes us only think of survival, food, clothes, shelter and basic instinct. It begins to deactivate the much more creative human portion of the brain that conceives beyond daily life into art, feeling, creativity, and expression. When you can operate in both worlds you can move things around because time does not exist in the other world like it does here. When you come back into this world things manifest immediately which is called keeping a foot in both worlds and was shown being done in Egyptian art. This world could be naturally reached through the dream state if there weren't so many nets and webs that one's astral body gets entangled in when they go to sleep, thus keeping them from traveling beyond the immediate globe of influence. This is why the Maya depicted 2012 as being the end of the illusion because all this would be found out. The gig is up. Reason 113 The Maya, more correctly known as Maya which is one of the 7 stars in the Pleiades did much of the ley line work for the serpents. Other tribes like the Aztecs, Yucatan, Toltec, Incas, Tetzalcans, Peruvians and Araucanians all built pyramids or other structures on the ley lines and began human and child sacrifice by instruction of their perceived masters. 149 PAGE. People tend to forget that the Maya also predicted their own destruction 500 years before it happened. This occurred because they were taught to believe in destiny so much they could not avoid it. The sheer fact that destiny is tiny at the end of it turns me off. This word is too small for me to dissect. Our future should never be associated as such, it's despicable this kind of degrading. Their extensive knowledge of time was given to them by the serpent. This is mainly evident because it wasn't even a time chart for Earth's precessions but Sirius. They are often seen in sculptures and pictures bowing down to these serpents who gave them this faulty system of time. Let us think clearly, the one who gave us time was the culprit known as the Watcher or Watch just like a timepiece. This is another name for the Nephilim. We find lots of hope also in the indigenous tribes, many of whom had unlocked the ability to disappear totally from a reality in a blink of an eye, which can be done when groups of people get together and pull all of their energy in collectively, thus creating a gate to other worlds formed within the collective mind of the group. Reason 114 The Maya long count calendar functioned as a clock of the universal time of Earth's evolutionary development based on the energies of Sirius Sothis. As you can see on the right, this watchmaker obviously is in the know. I will take this moment to elaborate on the damage of the split mind. First, with the mind split there will always be some type of internal duality within the individual, a constant pulling from one side to the other depending upon what time of the season it is. This duality was remarked by the ancients as the 2 horses pulling your chariot, as can be seen on the number 7 tarot card. Unless you could get them to run together, they will go in separate directions, eventually ripping you in two. This other side has a lot to do with being complete in our thinking. It is given the term masculine or feminine depending on your sex. There is no space in this book to elaborate on what is masculine and what is 150 PAGE. Feminine because of the complexity of the individual creation, but there are a couple things that can be of value to consider. Reason 115 The chariot is the body comprising 2 different sides that are the energy plus / just like a battery. When the sides are balanced, progress is made. When one side is unbalanced there will be no movement, as one side will always pull or drain the other. As far as the first card, all the symbolism is indoctrination. The 8-pointed star of Alub, the Sphinx, the square, the Egyptian solar disk, crescent moons, etc. Feminine energy is intuitive while masculine energy is analytical power of reason and strength. Women say men need to be more sensitive to their surroundings in order to get in tune, which is true. There is seldom any response by men on what women get to do. This is what I've learned: if we sense all the time without analyzing, we will just go